This is the ATX Pendulum squat machine, a fine piece of German engineering. Today we're going to take a look at this, give it a review, see what we like, what we don't like, and ultimately decide, is this the best leg developing machine that we've ever tried?
Massenomics.
The ATX Pendulum squat machine, a premium piece here in Massenomics Gym. We're going to take a look. I'm going to show you around. Tommy's behind the camera. He's going to help me if I miss any important stuff on this thing. We've now had this in the gym for about a month. We picked this up from ATX at Home Gym Con 2025 in Louisville. We met there with Flo and the rest of the German team at ATX. They let us demo this a little bit there. You can check out other videos from Home Gym Con where you see all the ATX and all the other equipment that we looked at there, but they let us bring this home with us to put it through the down and dirty test. I don't know if anyone else in the US has one of these right now, actually. So that's a kind of a, you're not gonna see anyone else reviewing this ATX Pendulum squat machine right now because we've got it and they don't.
US exclusive.
Yeah, US exclusive. And I've got some notes. I've been legitimately training with this for over a month. So if some of the other guys here in the gym, we're gonna demo it a little bit for you and show how it works too. So got a lot of pros. I got a few cons or a few things that I would like to fix about it or improve on it is maybe the best word. We're going to show you a few things. Do we need to do a demo right away then?
Let the people see what this is about. If maybe people don't know what a pendulum squat is.
Luckily, we brought in an expert for just such occasion. Big Anthony, do you want to come over and have you used the pendulum squat before, Anthony, at all?
Yeah, I've used it this week.
Okay, he did get to test it out before, so hop in there once. We don't need to put any weight on it yet, but you show us how it's done. So this is, that's obviously where you put your feet on the foot plate there, and what I like about it, it's got these foot plate markers, and at first I didn't really think much of that, but now that I've really started to train with it, I am like, oh yeah, actually where Anthony's foot is, that's about where I put mine too. Because it's going to feel a little bit different if you put your feet way up here or you put your feet way down there, but I decided about right there is where I like mine. So you find your foot placement, and then this is the weight release, the weight catch of it.
So he'll stand it up.
Yeah, stand it up, and then he spins that back. And then there's several different places you can put your hands on it. You can put your hands on this knurled weight release that he's doing right there. I suppose you could like fold your hands across your chest, but you could also put your hands right there. I've started doing that on those.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I didn't notice those at first either, actually. So unrack it once, Anthony. So then you stand up vertical, then he's there, and then do the squat here. Show us how it's done. Just like that. And you can see he even there on his very first one, you can get really deep on the ATX Pendulum squat machine. And I don't know why, but it just feels like natural to go really deep when you're doing it.
Give us one more, Anthony. Yep. Yeah.
The other thing I would say about it is it kind of, versus a traditional squat, like a back squat and stuff, it kind of takes out a lot of the technique. Like it's hard to mess it up because you're just like pushing. Feels like you're just pushing with your legs and there's not much to worry about.
Yeah, you can't really round your back. The way it locks you in, you're not allowed to round your back or do any of that.
Right. So yeah, so you get an idea of how it actually works there, right? That's anything else you want Anthony to show us?
It's relatively straightforward.
Yeah, how tall are you, Anthony?
5'7".
He's 5'7". So you saw he get in there pretty easily. One potential critique I've got of it. Can we jump to those?
Yes.
I'm 6'2" or 6'3". Your brother, Tommy, is 6'5". I see him using this a lot too. This is the highest setting, so I have to start from right here. It's not a huge deal. It works just fine. It's just like a matter of getting in and out of it.
Yeah, you're kind of in almost a partial.
Right, and it's fine, but here's the little simple addition I would make. You see this catch on the back side of it? This vertical upright because there is two settings on it.
Oh yeah, there is.
But this setting is way
down there.
Like
yeah.
if you were 4 or 5,
you're almost at the bottom
you might want
of the
to use
movement.
this. So this whole pole just needs to be higher, and if there was a catch right, you can see if there was a catch right here.
Yep.
And then
that's
one lower that's
too.
right. Like this should be the lower.
Yep.
I think.
agree.
Or maybe there's 3. But I don't even think this one would almost ever need to be the, you'd have to be
it's
a pretty little dude.
Case.
So that's one improvement. I don't know if it was shipping or if it's, you know, if there's a reason that this piece can only be as tall as it is, maybe there's some reason there. But if that was 8 inches taller with one more higher catch, that would be a really good improvement. Although, without it, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Like I can still get in there, and it's not hard to start out of that quarter squat position either. But that would be a suggested improvement upon it. I mentioned the foot plate, how I really like that. Someone asked me, oh, is the foot plate adjustable? It's not. I also think the angle of the foot plate is really good. Like I don't have the feel that I want to adjust it.
Yeah.
And I don't think if there was adjustments that I would pick a different angle hardly.
But it is one of those things if you're going to pick low-hanging fruit, things that people have of common critiques on machines, I could see that. That
could angle. One other thing I want to show what I like about this on the Pendulum, when I said you almost can't mess up the technique of it, something that I have a tendency that I do when the squat gets hard, a lot of people do this, you shoot your hips back and then you back raise the weight up. Well, in the bottom of this, when you go to shoot your hips back, you can't do anything because this pad goes all the way down to the bottom low back. So when it gets hard, all you can really do is push with your legs harder.
Yeah.
And that's a big advantage of it, I think. You can really feel it in your quads. They call it a quad movement, and you use it one time and you know exactly why they say that. You absolutely feel it in your quads.
I want to see, how's the weight, the loading and the bands and that work?
Yeah, that's, we'll throw a plate on there. So there's one weight horn on the back of it, chrome weight horn.
How much weight are you typically doing on
this
thing?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Can you see how long this weight horn is? Doesn't need to be that long. It's fine that it is, but nobody's going to be loading this weight horn to that. You know, if you're Ray Williams, maybe you get a few plates on here, but most people, you're not going to be stacking 7 plates deep.
So it's not a 1-to-1 carryover from your squat.
No, no, it's definitely not. It's very hard. Even with no weight on this, it's something. No weight is something. But that's the way that the weight loads. What I think is kind of cool, though, is the way they've set up for band loading on this. And I'm just going to grab an ATX band. So this is the way I like to load the weight, the band weight. I have been using band weight on this every time I do it. And you could do this a few different ways, but I like to hook on this peg, and then these are rollers. These other ones are rollers, and it's made for the band to actually roll on it so it's not binding. So I hook it to this as the end one, then I go around that first roller and up the back one, and then the top roller right here. And you can see how those freely pivot so that that band peg isn't actually binding on there. And for the sake of the demo, I'm going to take this plate back off. I don't know why I use so much to be. Like I said, my working weight that I've been doing is a plate and a 5.
And you're still recovering from a knee surgery.
Yeah, still recovering from knee surgery, but I use a plate and a 5, then plus I like to use this, I don't know, somewhere in here. There's this heavier red ATX band. You don't have to use ATX brand bands on here, but I do a lot. But the way I have this orange one looped, I'll use this red one. So that and one plate for like a set of 6 to 10 is pretty significant. But the way that band loads, you can tell obviously it's going to be heaviest at the top when it's stretched the most, lightest right there. Little accommodating resistance for our West Side friends, if they're not familiar. This is what Louis Simmons had intended when he's like, I want to see a pendulum squat with bands on it. But that's not all. There's another way to load this. I should have talked about this earlier, but this is the counterweight on the front of the pendulum squat. It's kind of part of what makes the pendulum squat the pendulum squat. The counterweight on this side of it, I think that weighs like 40 pounds. The counterweight is quite heavy, but you can also band the front of it for a little bit different a strength curve. The way you do that, put the band on this bottom peg right here. It's also a roller like those other pegs we looked at for the back. And then you go over the top of the counterweight and onto here. Easier said than done. Okay. So then you got it off. So what this is doing is pushing on the counterweight.
So in actual practice then, what does that feel like?
Well, it actually makes it a little bit easier. So for my 14-year-old son, I've been having him finish with this machine after we do regular squats, maybe some deadlifts. Then we come over and we use this as a finisher because you can't mess the technique up. So when you get pretty fatigued, I like this one because you can just keep hammering the reps on it. But this machine is fairly hard when it's unloaded even. You know, it's relatively heavy even right from the start. He's not super strong yet. He has only been lifting for a little while. So I load this band on the front one, and it actually helps push that counterweight down.
All right.
Technically makes it a little bit easier.
Easier out of the hole.
Yeah, so you can see, watch the counterweight on it now. I'm all the way extended. The band's not pushing on it that much yet, but then as this counterweight goes further out, that band is stretched more. Mm-hmm. You could also, other than just quote unquote making it easier, you could really get fancy with your strength curves. You know, you could load a bunch of straight weight on. You could load a certain amount of band tension on this one, load a certain amount of band tension on that one. To be frank, I'm not smart enough to actually figure out why and what applications you would use all of that for.
But the option exists.
Yeah, the option exists if you're someone that wants to do that. But what I do is, for me, I just stay away from this one. I understand this, I understand this well, and I understand using those two together. If I had this as a third one, it starts to break me of like what I'm even trying to accomplish. Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
I 100% get it, because you're making it harder at the top, but also easier at the top.
Right, so then I start to say, what am I doing? What you can do though, experiment and just go by feel. Because on some of these things, you can just feel a difference in it too. I like the options, and I like the setup of the band pegs. One other critique I have of it though. I like this front handle, this adjustment handle. That's really good. These are okay positioning. I don't know if Anthony noticed this at all when he did it. Like, this is okay. It almost feels like these could be right here.
Come forward.
Yeah, I'm saying
farther.
This is where my hands go.
Yeah, it is actually, from the side, you can see it's like almost back with your jaw.
Right.
Which isn't the most comfortable position.
It's fine. It's just not where you would naturally go to on this position.
And when the shoulder pad's already coming out to there, like there is more room for that to come forward.
Right, I would almost make it go, I don't know,
I can see that.
Longer and angled in a little bit. I mean, then it gets harder to this entry point. You start to close that in, so I guess you have to look at that. But you can also grab here, but I have found that I do like this better. But this maybe just isn't the exact position I would decide to have that handle. Another note, did I explain the full rundown on how this got here?
We talked about I can't remember if you talked about in this video or the gym tour, because we just knocked these videos out.
Okay.
And it's also worth mentioning, there has been some customization to this machine.
This has been customized by our good friend Dr. Hogan and Nicole. They brought this to us. So this piece was at Home Gym Con. ATX brought it from Germany to Home Gym Con in Louisville. From Louisville, Hogan picked it up for me. I was there too, but I didn't have a way to transport it. And he took it back to his house, his home gym in Columbus, which you can see a home gym tour on Hogan's Home Gym on our YouTube channel. He took it to Columbus, kept it there for about a month. Then when he came to our event, the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic here in Aberdeen, South Dakota, he brought it along with him then. And then him, Bremy Strong, and several others assembled it for us when they got here. So I can't really tell you how hard it was to assemble. I did watch them do it, and they looked really good at it, but there's also a bunch of guys that put a bunch of gym equipment together before, so they definitely had it down pretty well. They assembled it, set it up. It's been here for about a month. And when they did that, they did a lot of customization. Not everyone comes with this Massenomics,
it's not the Massenomics
or the Vienna Iron Club. That's Hogan's gym. The Lift, the Western Northeast South Dakota on it. On this side, if you look too, there's Vienna Iron Club. On this here, there's the MSS NMX. Here's a very special coating one. You have to know some things to know what this is. This is, we used to be a proper country. Something we say a little tongue-in-cheek at times. And you can't, Odie. This is Odie is what this particular the Pendulum squat is named. That's what Hogan came up with. And you won't be able to read the full thing, but he put the full history of Odie's travel all the way from Germany. It's like a historic sign all the way from Germany, how it finally made it here on the end of its voyage to Aberdeen, South Dakota. They do not come standard. Oh my God, that magnet's tough. They don't come standard with a drink spotter, but you can buy this as an add-on from Massenomics.com. Actually, you could even put a 5/8" drink spotter classic in there if you wanted to.
Yeah, so speaking of buying and availability, explain the story there.
Yeah, so we talked to Flo and the ATX team when we were at Home Gym Con. They aren't available at the time of this recording in the United States yet, but that's coming soon. The plan is before the end of 2025. I don't want to say exactly dates yet because it's probably in flux a little bit, but hopefully before the end of 2025, ATX is available in North America for purchase. They're a German company, like we said. This is listed as $2,000 on its site right now, but you can't really even order it. It just says, like, you can sign up to notify me when they are available. So if you're interested in this, they got a lot of other cool stuff too. I'm interested in their vertical chest press. Mm-hmm. Kind of might buy one of those someday, actually. I'm very, very strongly considering it. Maybe we'll do a review on that once we get it. But $2,000 for this compared to what other high-end machine pieces of equipment cost seems pretty reasonable, I gotta say.
And that $2,000 is a guess. Like, it could change. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't, because you can't actually purchase it at the $2,000 yet.
But you've bought machines that you spent much more than $2,000 on.
Not bragging about it, but unfortunately that's true. Yeah, so durability-wise, I don't know, we've had it for a month. Can you get it covered in chalk? I can say absolutely. I don't know why you can get it covered in chalk, but for some reason,
don't want to lose your grip on
for
this
some
thing.
reason you can get it covered in chalk. It did come with this ATX magnetic collar too.
Boom.
Yeah, so it's kind of a nice collar. You don't really need it on here, but just safety's never an accident anyways. So hopefully available soon. I mentioned my couple of critiques, but overall this is an awesome piece. And I got to tell you, it lights up my freaking legs. And everyone that's used it here says the same thing.
Yeah. So it has been unanimous praise on this thing.
I haven't had a bit, I mentioned the critiques other than this is the number one thing a few of them have said. I actually forgot to show you. Here's the safety too. You can set a safety, but that also could go higher. Because even that, like to hit that highest level of the safety, I don't even know if I can get there. So that's that kind of goes hand in hand with this. They could both be equally taller. It's a good feature. I just think it could be a little bit taller. And it's solid. It works really nicely.
Yeah.
I really liked ATX in general. My thoughts, I know we partnered with them to do this.
This does make you excited to see some of their future offerings then.
Yes, I'm excited to probably get a couple of more things. Brings up the question, we tour a lot of home gyms. We talk a lot of home gym equipment, home gym stuff. Could this work in a home gym? Sure. Could it work in mini home gyms? I don't know. It's pretty big. It's freaking awesome. Nobody's going to use it home gym or other gym user and not. I just have a hard time imagining you don't like it. It'd just be a discussion of footprint. As far as pendulum squat goes, I don't think it actually has that big of a footprint.
Yeah, and I'll get behind it here.
It's relatively compact for a pendulum squat.
I'm
just stepping off, I'll tell you, just roughly. I could look this up too, but it's about 6 feet long.
And is it maybe 2.5, 3 feet wide?
Yeah. I mean, this isn't the most scientific, but our reviews aren't. So yeah, it's under 3 feet wide. And but I don't know. It's probably not going to fit in most home gyms, right? Like, this isn't going to fit in your home gym.
It would not fit in mine. I'd have to give up some other major pieces.
If you got a big ass home gym, sure, you can get it in there. I like it though. Anything else on the ATX pendulum squat before we wrap this one up, Tommy?
I think that's about it.
I think that is about it. Also, check them out when they become available. You can get signed up to get notified when they are available in the U.S. Check out all the other equipment on their site. I'll just Google ATX, you'll find it. We got a bunch of codes, affiliate links in the description for all the different kind of brands. When we record this, we don't have an ATX one, but maybe we'll talk to the ATX people and we'll get an affiliate code before this comes out. Put that on our to-do list, maybe. Okay.
It's going on there.
All right, and then we're inside of a certified training facility right now. You don't have to be certified to own one of these, but it's not going to hurt. You can check out our certification. Get your gym on the map at massenomics.com/certified. Check out our affiliate links, like I mentioned. Buy something from our store, whether it's a drink spotter or a piece of apparel. Most importantly, the number one way you can support Massenomics is by becoming a supporting member. It is the number one way that the lights are kept on here at Massenomics Gym, at Tommy's Home Gym, in our podcast recording studio. We got a lot of lights to keep on, so please become a supporting member. We'll see you for the next gym tour. We'll see you for the next piece of equipment review.